Just hours ago, Crash reported that a secret Formula One test in Barcelona revealed a major surprise for the 2026 season. Racing News 365 confirms this is our first glimpse of the new era, where Mercedes is flying, while a new giant has already crashed and burned. It is Thursday, January 29th, 2026, and the motorsport world is reacting to the events at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. While Formula One confirms official preseason testing doesn't start until February in Bahrain, 10 teams gathered in Spain this week for a private shakedown of their new cars. This wasn't just a standard practice run, but our very first look at the 2026 regulations in action. We are talking about the biggest rule changes in the sport's history, with active aerodynamics, smaller chassis, and engines that are 50% electric. Security was tight for the last 3 days, with the circuit locked down. There were no fans, no live TV cameras, and strictly no official timing screens, but leaks still happened. Yesterday, on the third day of this 5-day secret session, the truth emerged. We now have leaked lap times, alongside reports of a major crash involving a top contender, and confirmation that one historic team didn't even show up. What was supposed to be a quiet system check turned into a chaotic display of speed, failure, and controversy. The results from yesterday suggest that the 2026 grid is going to be completely upside down compared to what we saw in 2025. We have reports on Kimi Antonelli's incredible pace, the rough start for Audi, and the mystery surrounding the Red Bull Ford engine. Here is the full summary of Day 3. The biggest shock of the week is the raw speed of the Mercedes W17. For years, the Silver Arrows have been chasing Red Bull, but yesterday, they looked untouchable. According to unofficial trackside data, Mercedes secured a 1-2 finish on the timing sheets. The part that has everyone talking is that George Russell did not set the fastest time. It was the young Italian prodigy, Kimi Antonelli. Late in the afternoon session, Antonelli used a set of soft tires and clocked a 1-minute 17.382, which was a rapid effort highlighted by GP Blog. That is nearly 2/10 faster than his teammate. Sources at the track described the car as looking planted on the asphalt, especially in the tight third sector. While Russell focused on long runs with the harder C1 tires, Antonelli received the green light to push the new hybrid system to its limit. The W17 looked fast and stable. There was no porpoising or bouncing, just pure grip. After a few difficult seasons, the team in Brackley seems to have mastered the new active aero regulations immediately. If this test is real proof of their performance, Mercedes might be the team to beat when we get to Bahrain. This test was also our first real chance to see the controversial active aerodynamics in person, a key feature of the 2026 season analyzed by Pit Debrief. The 2026 cars feature movable wings that change shape depending on where the driver is on the track. We knew the rules, but seeing it happen is a different experience. On the main straight, you could visibly see the rear wings flattening out into what they call X mode, where the car suddenly transforms into a low-drag bullet. Then, as they hit the braking zone for turn 1, the wings snap back into Z mode to generate massive downforce for the corner. It is instantaneous, and frankly, a bit jarring to watch. Several trackside observers noted that the mechanism is loud, and you can actually hear the clunk of the wings engaging over the sound of the engine. The system works though. The cars are hitting top speeds we haven't seen in years, only to brake later and harder than before. Drivers are having to adapt quickly. It is not just about driving fast anymore, because they must manage a car that physically changes its shape multiple times per lap. This technology was risky, but based on Day 3, it is working exactly as the FIA intended. If you are enjoying these exclusive updates from the track, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because we are tracking every development of the 2026 season as it happens. While Mercedes was celebrating, the mood in the Audi garage was grim. This was supposed to be the big debut for the German manufacturer after taking over Sauber, but instead, it was a disaster. Nico Hülkenberg brought out the red flags early on day 3 when his car stopped between turn 9 and 10. Reports suggest a hydraulic issue forced the team to end their running early. The team completed very few laps before retiring, although Red Bull and Williams completed none at all on day 3. They managed just under 70 for the whole day, while Haas completed even fewer. For a manufacturer that has spent years preparing for this moment, this is a worrying sign. Reliability is everything in testing, and right now, the Audi R26 seems fragile. They have the budget and the personnel, but money cannot buy track time. With only a few weeks until the Bahrain test, the engineers at Hinwil have a massive challenge ahead if they want to finish the first race. The biggest mystery of the week surrounds Red Bull and their new Ford-powered contender, the RB22. Information has been scarce, but a rumor leaked late last night that Isaac Hadjar crashed heavily in the afternoon while driving for Red Bull Racing. Details are unclear because the team quickly covered the car and blocked the view, but sources say the incident happened at turn 14. The damage was significant enough to end their running early, which hurts their data collection. This is the first year Red Bull is using their own in-house engine with Ford, so they need every single kilometer to verify that the power unit holds up. A crash this early sets them back days or even weeks. There are also rumors in the paddock about the engine's compression ratio. Some rivals believe Red Bull has found a loophole to run a more aggressive setup than the rules intended. We do not know if the engine is legal or reliable. The champions are behind schedule, and the pressure is mounting. Lando Norris took to the track in the MCL 40, and the car looked aggressive. They have gone for a black and silver testing livery to save weight, since the new rules have lowered the minimum weight limit to 770 kilograms. Norris was quiet but effective. He completed over a race distance of 76 laps without a single mechanical issue. He finished third on the timing sheets, but insiders believe he was running with a heavy fuel load all day. The car looked incredibly nimble through the chicane, which is a good sign for their chassis development. Unlike Mercedes, who were pushing for fast lap times, McLaren seemed focused purely on race simulation. They were testing the tire degradation on the new, narrower Pirelli rubber. Norris didn't complain on the radio or make mistakes, he just logged the miles. It was a confident performance from a team that knows they are in the title fight. Do not let the Mercedes lap times fool you, because McLaren is hiding their true pace. One team was noticeably absent from the track. James Vowles confirmed in a video call that Williams made the difficult decision to skip this shakedown entirely because the FW48 simply wasn't ready. Vowles called it painful, but insisted it was the right choice to ensure the car is perfect for the official Bahrain test. This is a big risk. While their rivals are gathering up to 3 days of real-world data on the new active aero and hybrid systems, Williams must rely on simulations. If their computer data doesn't match reality, they will arrive in Bahrain completely blind. We have seen this story before, with Williams missing testing days in the past, and it usually leads to a slow start to the season. The 2026 regulations are too complex to guess. By missing this test, they have given the rest of the field a huge head start. It is a bold strategy from Vowles, but if the car has issues when it finally hits the track in February, the consequences will be severe.
We also need to discuss the noise.
For years, fans complained that the V6 hybrids were too quiet, but the 2026 engines have addressed that issue. The removal of the MGU-H and the changes to the turbo plumbing have created a louder and rawer sound. It is not the high-pitched V10s of the 90s, but it is definitely an improvement. Trackside audio captures a distinct, sharper turbo whistle and a much deeper exhaust note under acceleration. The most interesting part is the sound during braking. Because the engine now acts as a generator to charge the massive battery, it stays at high revs, even when the driver lifts off, which creates a constant, aggressive soundtrack through the corners. It creates a weird, staccato rhythm that we aren't used to. It sounds futuristic and almost like a sci-fi vehicle. Some traditionalists might dislike the audible electric whine, but for the most part, the cars sound faster. The era of the quiet hybrid engines is officially over.
The data from Barcelona suggests that the 2026 regulations have successfully reset the field, and the old hierarchy is gone. Mercedes jumping out to an early lead proves that getting the active aero right is the key to speed this year. If you can make your car efficient on the straights and plant it in the corners, you win. It also shows that the new engine manufacturers are vulnerable. Audi's struggles and the rumors around Ford prove that building a competitive F1 engine from scratch is nearly impossible to do without issues. For fans, this is excellent news because it means we likely won't see one team dominating from day one. Reliability will be the deciding factor in the first few races. Cars will break and engines will fail. The championship might come down to who can simply finish the Grand Prix. We're looking at a chaotic and fiercely competitive year where the comfortable predictability of the last era is gone. Every team is starting from zero, and based on yesterday's results, some are already struggling, while others are faster than expected. The secret is out, and the 2026 season has effectively begun. Mercedes is fast, Audi is fragile, and Red Bull is under pressure. If you want to keep up with every update this season, make sure to subscribe right now.